Hi friends, welcome to Success Learners channel. My name is Balaji. As we discussed about in the last video that we are discussed basic form, tuple assignment, list assignments. This all are we discussed in the last video. Coming to the next, coming in this video, we are going to discuss about this type of things like how to swap the two variables using tuple assignment very easily. It is very easy to swap two numbers without using this temporary variables, and in this Python it is possible without using a temporary variable. We can swap these two numbers and assignment using for loop, nested tuple using for loop assignment, and let's see one by one. So first of all, uh, how to swap two numbers without using temporary variable. In this Python, let us create some variables like a comma b is equals to 1 comma 2. Let's take a small one. Okay, a comma b is equals to b comma a. You are just interchanging these values like a comma b is equals to b comma a here. So a equals to b and b equals to a. So at a time it is going to interchange where we doesn't need any temporary variable here. So let's print a comma b. So what we are interchanging, we have a equals to 1 and b equals to 2. So here we are interchanging here b equals to 2, that we are assigning it to a, and a equals to 1, that we are assigning it to b. So the output should be 2 comma 1. See here, it is 2 comma 1. So this is very pretty easy to handle in this Python without using temporary variable. And coming to this assignment using for loop. So let us use for loop for assigning this type of values like take a comma b here. A comma b in take as a list. It is very easy to increment 1 comma 2 comma and 3 comma 4. So let's check for this one. What is the values of a comma b? Let's check this a comma b here. Invalid syntax. Okay, we are not giving that indentation here. Okay, let's take this number. It is not printing anything, just we are having this one. So just print these values in the for loop a comma b. So here it is printing first line 1 comma 2 and 3 comma 4, but we have to know which values are stored at last. At last, which values are stored? See here, 3 comma 4. So last assigned values are printed in this are stored in these variables. So this is just a pretty for loop using for assignment. And nested tuple assignment. How we are going to use this nested tuple assignments, like taking the a comma b comma c is equals to 1 comma 2 comma 3. This is the nested loop, and 4. So here c, the value of b 2 comma 3. A nested loop is assigned, a nested tuple is assigned to b variable here. You can create more numbers here in this tuple, 5 comma 6 comma 7, like that, so on. So that values are getting assigned to b itself. So, and coming to nested tuple assignment using for loop. How we are going to use for loop here? As just mentioned above, like for a comma b comma c, and take a loop, take a list. There we are creating 1 comma 2 comma 3. We have to follow the format here in this in the variable we are taking here. We have to follow this format only, a comma b comma c. So we are taken this second as a nested tuple, right? That's why we are taking here. It's also like 1 comma 2 as 2 comma 3 as a nested loop. So here again we have to take this another one like 2 comma 4 comma 5, whatever it is. Just we are entering into for loop and print these values like a comma b comma c, and at last what are the values stored in a comma b comma c. If you want to see print write this a comma b comma c here, so that you will be understood very clearly. Like see 1 2 3 and 2 2 4 5 are assigned as sequentially it is getting assigned. And if you want, you can do any perform operations like here. If you for your requirement, you can do those type of operations there. And at last their variable stores in stored variables having 2 comma 4 comma 5. And coming to the assignment using range function. Range function is also used for assigning numbers like c a comma b comma c, that is equals to range of. So we know that range returns from 0 to up to the nth term, but not the nth term. So we are creating 3. So it will create, see here, range will create a sequence of numbers from 0 to up to n minus 1. So this is 3, n minus 1 means 2. It will create a list of 3. Like it is range of 0 to 3. We have to print that one. So print of range of 3. So it will print 0 1 2. Print of list of, we have to use this list. Why? Because it in list format we should get that one like 0 1 2. So this is the range. So 0 1 2. So there are three values present in this range function. Hence we are getting assigned these 3 values with 3 variables like a comma b comma c to range of 3. So there we can access this one like let us print a comma b comma c here. It is in a tuple format like 1 0 1 2. So using range function also we can assign, and that's a pretty good method. And coming to basic operations on sequence unpacking. So sequence unpacking, as we discussed earlier in the before video, like a sequence equals to a tuple of 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. So in this sequence we are going to handle like a comma star of b, that is equals to sequence. So the output we well known to us, a equals to 1 and b equals to 2 comma 3 comma 4. So what it happens, we are going to give start to a. If we give start to a, almost all the from starting to ending elements are assigned to a, but except last but one variable like 4 is assigned to b, and the rest of all the elements present in this tuple are assigned to a. Let's see here, let's print a comma b here. See a list of 1 comma 2 comma 3, all the elements except 4, the last element, all are assigned to a, and then it is added to b. What happens if we suppose if we add c here? See here only a assigns only 2 values like 1 comma 2, and 3 is assigned to b, and guess what, c is assigned for 4. C is assigned for 4. So last but 2 terms are accepted and all the terms are assigned to a. Let's take off this star to this and give this star to b. So guess what, 1 is assigned to a and b is assigned with 2 comma 3 and c is assigned with 4. That should be the output, right? See here. And coming to this detailed operation on multiple assignments. So in the earlier video I told about the multiple assignments like a1 equals to a1 comma a1 equals to a2 equals to a3 equals to, let's take a variable like let's take a value like a string of a spam, and if we want a1 comma a2 comma a3, let's see this output. These three are in same elements like span span span. Now let's change this a1 equals to not same, and let's check for a1 not same. Now let's check a2 comma a3, what these variables are. See here, a1 itself is changing but not the a2 and a3. This changing a1 variable does not reflect the other variables. That's it guys, that's it for this today. And if you have any queries regarding these concepts, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you.